Hello, guys. I was gonna do a mock-off related review on Sonic Generations, but since I already did since I already did kind of the hippie review of Sonic Generations, I just said, hey, no need. So, okay, guys. Now here's what I think about Sonic Generations. My unbiased opinion. Personally, okay, let's start with the story first. Well, the story is pretty much, Sonic. The Time Eater comes, steals Sonic's friends, and basically forces Sonic in like a limbo-esque purgatory thing, where Sonic has to go back in time and run through the stages to get color back in and fix the timeline. And on the way he meets his past self, classic Sonic, and they both team up and help. They both team up in save the timeline and blah blah blah. Okay, now the gameplay. Okay. Now people say you can only do one mission to get one key, but no one ever said that there was 3 keys, and 3 keys. Those keys open the boss gate. And you guys know how I kind of hated the boss keys from Sonic Unleashed? Well, there's 3 of them. At least when there was one, it was easier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Sonic, but I hated the boss key idea. Whoever thought of that idea sucks. Not like I didn't like the extra effort to do save missions, but some of them are weird, and some of them are like, eh. But despite that, it was alright. Classic Sonic is kind of cool. Classic Sonic, to play as Classic Sonic, was kind of awesome. Controls are a little bit, to me, I wouldn't say they're stiff. It depends on how you jump, because if you jump on the end of a platform, you still got a little bit of momentum, you're gonna fly off. You're gonna fly off the edge. It's not really a bad thing, it's just like, Oh, but let me talk about one of the levels I still hate to this very day that's in Sonic. And I'm talking of course, the Sonic 06. The Sonic 06 level, Crisis City. God, I hated this when it was in Sonic 06, but really, they had to make it harder. Well, it's better than it was in Sonic 06 without all the glitches. But though, in some levels, it tends to lag. But that's all right. But when you play freaking Crisis City, it's like they say, hey, you hated Sonic 06? Well, you gotta play that. You gotta play this level to advance the other ones. And really, this level is the most unforgiving of all the levels in Sonic Generations. And I think you'll probably have fun if you like that game, which I don't imagine anybody did. But hey, float your own boat. You know what I mean? And the boss battles, the rival boss battles, when you get to Shadow and Silver, are actually pretty tough. But I did. Because a lot of you people already know that I'm a Sonic CD fan. A lot of you guys know that I'm a Sonic CD fan, so fighting Metal Sonic was kind of weird. Because in the game, in Sonic CD, all you had to do was race. You didn't have to really, beat the living crap. You didn't really have to beat Metal Sonic up. You just had to race him, and then he'd hit one of those little stone walls and he'd die. But in Sonic Generations, you had to freaking when he would attack you and he'd run out of steam, you'd hit him, and he'd drag onto the concrete, and I thought that was awesome. And when you see the ending cutscene where you beat him, he gets kicked and then he explodes. I'm pretty sure that's not messing with the timeline, but god dang, that was awesome. Okay. Now, but let's go in detail about the missions. The missions are okay, but a lot of them you're probably gonna just do. But if you guys want to complete it, you'll probably want to do all of them. And and there's a ton of Easter eggs in it. But I've already talked about those in Sonic News, so I'm not even gonna get to those. The one thing I actually really liked, that there's a remix of mostly everything. I mean everything, and it was so cool. And the one thing that really surprised me about the whole thing is that they'd have classic Robotnik and modern Robotnik. I'm not calling him Eggman. I am not calling him Eggman. That's only an insult. I'll play a boss level and call him Eggman, but that's just for an insult purposes. I like the fact that they're trying to work together to destroy Sonics, because that's what I predicted, ahead of time, and I actually was surprised to figure out that I was right. And it's actually, when you beat those two, and you guys go back in time, they're actually still stuck in what I'm calling people officially calling Sonic Purgatory. And I guess, in some of the cutscenes, classic Sonic doesn't talk, and that's to be expected. But I really like it at the end of the cutscene where he goes back to his own time. He actually tells Sonic goodbye, and then modern Sonic goes wait a minute, you can actually talk. But all in all, I loved every minute of this game. Seriously, I'm not even done with the final boss, and because I've seen the cutscenes ahead of time, I already know what's kind of going on. And the cutscenes are really, really funny. Gameplay is awesome, even though there's some little hiccups here and there, but it didn't really stop the action for me like IGN said it did. I recommend this game for anybody who's a Sonic fan, but if you're just a Sonic fan that just nitpicks on every little thing, it's not for you. It's not for you. It's only for the people that really just love Sonic no matter what form he's in. So, there we go. And my rating system, this game gets a nice high 10 out of 10. See you guys later. This is Bugsy doing his first ever review. Maybe I'll do more of these, but for now, I'm gonna just see how this one actually played out. So see you guys later.